into labs we go. Elevate. Again, for Daystar, it's a map that they don't typically ban. They're actually pretty happy to let it.
He's already in a good position to maybe net an opening kill. And he hits the headshot onto Pika. I thought momentarily he was just going to back out at the wrong time and allow Pika.
His advantage Elevate, pretty solid start to the round. But Seal's patience is well rewarded, and Shibe falls. And Haikal under a bit of pressure currently over towards storage, but he's now looking to rotate out. Playing pretty dynamic, I was going to say, on the solos, but he too also caught. So it's a good structure here from Daystar in the opening round, and they're being very patient on flank watch. And it may well be rewarded again here if we see Jogor push forward, but he hesitates, and that ends up being the correct decision. In the meantime, Barcode finds a kill. So it's a 3-3 score, and so many isolated picks early in this round. I tell you what, so
Jogor.
Straight 1v1s, and Elevate now with the advantage.
Being able to win this round. And even has time to open up the hatch with the secondary hard breach. Will drop. And just runs straight into Jogor, who picks up a 4K against his old team in the open.
A position that's unlikely to be checked. Jogor just needs to be patient here, and Barcode needs to relay the information correctly. And there we go. Nets the kill. Nice little play there from Elevate.
Yeah, so far playing this map really well. Jogor does lose his life, and Souffle hits the headshot onto Shibe. Here's Daystar. Now, the advantage of the fact that Jogor's in the grave doesn't help either, as Pika gets his second kill into the round. Headshot into Haikal. And poor old Barcode, just one of those kind of rounds where the Clash just couldn't get involved, got stuck over towards rafters, and a lot of the pressure.
And that doesn't quite find its mark. In the meantime, IT push from Daystar, but Jogor with a sharp shot onto Souffle will find the opener.
Yeah, I mean, here's the difference right now. They're on when he's getting these early kills. Bin finds a nice pick on the Barcode. It just provides a little bit of his head over towards rafters, so that now becomes a susceptible position for the defense. You know, Bin can now take this more aggressive angle, block off the ability to kind of swing that rafters position, holding IT not as comfortable down for the defense. 30 seconds. There is that swing though from Momo. Bin just temporarily tried to look through that doorway through IT. Up close, headshot from Shibe. Pika gets a double, but he needs 2 more. He's got 20 seconds, slows himself down, still has the flash, throws it in, and goes for the move. It's Con and Electrical for Jogor and Shibe. As Pika is going to get pinched. Good swing. Jogor gets the final kill.
That they're wanting to deal with, that's causing them issues at the moment. All right, so it will be the
Azika at the moment, who's also 6-2.
Aggressive lock position for Pika, who's been allowed all of that space over towards rafters. Bin in the meantime also finds one in this.
Oh, he's on default as well.
Completely falling apart. They start
brute force. Well, yeah, that's just going to be more than enough bodies to overwhelm the defense, and kicked off from Pika, and then the rest followed suit. And poor old Momo now by himself in a 1v5, and a second attacking round acquired for Daystar. Huge flawless round.
On display now. Nitro sold from Momo unsuccessful, and Barcode will pre-rip his. In the meantime, Bin finds a kill as Jogor finds a trade also onto Azuki. So it's a pretty even trade. You know, yellow pin. Jogor in an advanced position vending. He doesn't want to give this up freely with the deployable shield invested.
They look like they're a little disjointed. Needs. Oh yeah, I mean that's just a little bit poor there from Pika. He already knows that Nikl's right there at the sword. In the first couple of rounds of this half, rearing its ugly head once again here in the 5th. Just the inability to group up for Daystar, take space together, push together, fight together. Just a lot of solo plays and Elevate. If not mine's being quite a nuisance. It's Azuki that finds the opening kill. He is down, so a trade will be confirmed by Haikal. We know that it's a very difficult position to push through, and legs are showing. Haikal is punishing. Headshot doesn't quite land onto Pika. I thought it would have. Nitrocell. It's going to rip it here. Yeah. Doesn't quite get the kill onto Souffle. Seal then push in at the exact same time and got the kill onto Barcode. So advantage for Daystar heading into the last 30 seconds. This would be a huge way to close the half, to take top floor and get their third attacking round as the blank going down inside a server. Jogor's still alive, and so therefore Elevate have got a chance as he hits the headshot onto Pika. An insta-trade though from Seal. Successful plant, 1v2 now for Enhaikal. He took a year off from the game. In his prime, at his peak, he was one of the top fraggers in this region. But he knows this is a very difficult task. Takes the 1v1, but a good swing from Souffle to help out as Daystar will get 3. Especially in the first couple of rounds. As we got into the last 3 rounds of that first half, though, in the end, I guess it's benefited them. Getting 3 attacking rounds on labs is a good result. Time on this top floor. The clash. Annoying for Shibe. And then getting flamed out as well. He gets pushed all the way back. This will be a lot of delay. Enhaikal did his job, though, from below and found a kill onto Bimbin. This has allowed Barco to just slip on through the server. As Daystar turned their attention towards Rafters, Elevate then just hit the go button and went in. As soon as Azuki and Souffle tried to put pressure onto that Monty, Elevate...
Try and chip away drone economy, anchor's sight. Toy, that was an overpeak from Seal. Got away with it though. Bimbin doesn't, as Azuki trades him. So 4-4, Goyo down, losing the Doctor B hurts, and Seal's overpeaking that massively. That was never a favorable fight.
Spot in the Asia region is achievable for all of the teams that remain. Souffle hits a much needed headshot onto Shibe. So heading in
window here for the plant. Only one gas babe, no nitro. Daystar lack plantanol here. But once this expires, Elevate should be able to make their move.
And they get the headshot courtesy of Joe Gore. Barco doing a decent job of putting the pressure onto Azuki, then just pulls the gun out as Pika comes in a little late in the flank. At least deals with Joe Gore. While Barco is planting, who gets off maybe to now fight. 2v1, reposition is the play. Inside a tank, Momo to cover. At the doorway, Pika needs to hit a quick headshot, but Momo's got the better angle. Elevate back-to-back, attacking round wins. Barcode's going to play inside of control. They're going to go for a different strategy. Other than going for a storage side hit, Barcode, though, shut down by Bin. Tried for the sneaky hit. It didn't work.
Jogor, he knows that it's pretty clear in through games. He can sneak his way into side.
Wow, big clear from Jogor. Funnily enough, this might actually open up storage, but they're going to go get the kit. Jogor gets another big kill. He's now 14-4. Shibe has acquired the kit, by the way, over towards control. Will he opt for a rotate storage, which is where Jogor's holding? He can't get there. Denied from Bin. 2 crucial kills in the 20 seconds here on the clock. This time you got to stick it. You have to just commit. And Jogor will. Now he'll play the post plant. Where is he going to position for this? Needs to find an angle where he can take ones. Right now just holding, expecting the re-peek, and he has read Bin to perfection. The game sense, now expecting for Seal to push through directly. Jogor is just that guy, haunting his old team. And you can see what it means to him.
Their backs against the ball. That was a wonderfully played clutch from Jogor, and it wasn't even just the post.
And it's the old friend that's now turned enemy, doing the vast majority of the damage. Pika, well, they needed something from their superstar, and they get it. Enhaikal is down. Big opening kill for Daystar.
Yeah, don't count Pika out. He's really not trailing by too much against Jogor, and well, it might be a battle for supremacy here. Who could top frag in this match? Up to 14 kills. Chasing a 15th here onto Shiba and the Monty, who is now isolated. Gonna be a tricky 1v1. Does Shiba win it out? No! Oh, he actually does! Surprise from that position, he was able to make it work, but some good composure from
Souffle tucked into the corner over towards Command with the shield, so he's now gone defensive mode on the clash, not getting aggressive, and Shiba finds an angle with the pistol. It's the Monty that gets the next kill.
They're trapped.
They look scared. They are trapped as Jogor hunts them down. Holding the angle is Barcode, now in the 1v1. He lost his superstar teammate. It's Barcode versus Bin. 30 seconds. Throws out the drone. Now we'll use it to scout for information. Finds out. There's Bin. He's now spotted. Barcode lower on health. Can he hit the headshot? No, on the first attempt. Doesn't have the kit. But he knows exactly where Bin is located. Wants to try and find a different angle. Pre-fire doesn't work, and now with 10 seconds left, we'll opt
Impact.
for the plant to force Bin Bin out. Double impacts available for Bin Bin, and he's been able to get him off the plant. 3 seconds, he will hide, Barcode will run, and Bin Bin will clutch for Daystar. Not done yet here on... So Logic Bomb and the utility thrown out. Barcode will go deep into assembly. This plant, he is now in a gas bay, forced to get off it. Jogor goes down, so does Barcode. And a really strong hold from Souffle. Shibe pushed in, though, with the SMG, finds 2 kills. Yeah, I mean, that's Souffle's round right there. Did his job on the smoke. He got one job, deny a potential rush attempt, laid his gas babes nicely. It wasn't conservative, just used them. Pika holds tucked in on the corner. Shibe's dead here. And it's going to be 5-6. Daystar fighting back. Big round from Souffle. If you want to single out an individual, he...
Horizontal to be the play. 2 bits of info found. It's an aggressive peek from Daystar. Jogor ready for it.
Worst possible result for Daystar when you lose your top player and their top player gets away. And then Shibe catches Bin Bin trying to get out of electrical. Over towards warehouse, and they, I think, may opt still for a storage side hit with 20 seconds remaining. Smoke thrown out from Barcode. He's the one that's got the diffuser in hand. Seal did get the kill onto Anhai Cal. Now they're just going to go straight in towards storage, right into the trap set, though, by Daystar, and overtime is required. 3 rounds straight for Daystar, seemingly out of no... Well, an arch assault from Seal, unsuccessful, close by to Jogor. As Anhai Cal finds his way into the building and collects the kill onto Azuki. Finally wins that battle. Felt like a little stalemate for the last 40-50 seconds. But Elevate's starting to come out on top. Are they aware of Souffle's position here, tucked inside of Exo? Barcode in towards the corner. Souffle has not made a move. Does still have a gas babe as well. And Ikel with the kill onto Seal. The only way they win this round now is if Souffle can go absolutely massive, holds his position, holds his nerve. We've got a big crucial kill onto Jogor. They overwhelm Pika as Shibe's getting the plant down. Souffle desperately trying to see if he can find an angle. He will not. The plant will be successful. Shibe team kill onto Ikel, though. Does now still give Souffle a small chance here to begin overtime. Dashing on through Nano. Trying to find an angle onto Shibe and go around Barcode to leave him till last. And he hasn't found it. He cannot find this position. And as Shibe hits the headshot, Elevate will get themselves map and get the Yokais to get information. Keep one for denial. And that might be the difference between a map win. Oh, big swing though from Anai. Carl gets aggressive. And Azuki will find the opening kill for Daystar. And that's a really good way for them now to have the numbers pushing towards the site. And Shibe wanting to double down. Well, he gets tagged up. He's on drone as well. He goes again? Oh, hang on. What is he doing? They're just throwing their lives away here at the window.
In this round.
Yeah. He's the one. I mean, Momo can try and deny a plant later in the round. Then they've lost Barcode. At least he got the kill into Azuki. Jacob caught though. Yeah, we're going all 15 rounds required. Momo does get the headshot onto Pika. Unless he does something absolutely spectacular, he's not going to be able to deny this plant. Impact to open up and try and create the 1v1. He can't even beat out Bin Bin. So just doesn't quite make the most of it, putting the pressure onto Bin Bin. Bin Bin might get up close with a shotgun, and he does. Higher elevation proves to be successful against Enhai Cal. Opening kill for Daystar. And now on the verge of maybe escaping from Labs with the map win, despite at one point being 6-3 down. Oh, the timing! Bin Bin looks away for a split second and allows Barcode to slip on into electrical, and he avoids the nitrocell. Could that be a pivotal moment for this map in this round with 60 seconds left?
Yeah, it feels like the defense is running low on util. Azuki can only store out so much space, but Seal pushes forward, and it works out well.
2 big kills. Momo got one, at least onto Souffle. But the right side, so Momo's got better coverage here. He's a little bit worried. Too many angles. The flames as well from the Shamika launcher, and they're up in flames as Daystar complete the comeback on their map pick from 6-3 down. An hour and 40 minutes to decide this map of Nighthaven Labs, and Daystar come out the other side by the skin of their teeth.
Play from Seal really was the sealer of that 15th and final round. As we have a look across at that summary and looking across at the MVPs for both rosters, it was such a close battle between both Pika and Joe Gore. It did feel like overall Joe Gore had the edge, but that did taper off right at the very end where Joe Gore's cost was through the roof. Pika was able to just find that edge, that additional gear towards the very, very end of that map, and it ended up being a pretty big difference maker.
You can kind of see the numbers here between the two of them, for Joe Gore just edging out for the vast majority of the statistics, except for the actual kills where they were equal, and had a very solid game, the both of them. For Joe Gore, I mean, I will say, it is the map pick of Elevate Cafe, the third and final.
The ban phase will go here in the first half. What kind of tools?
Joe Gore's already crept up and taken Mez control, and we'll find the opening kill. No, Seal! No. Oh my goodness!
Talk about see his little grin. Elevate fighting for Mez control.
Yeah, I mean, with that kill from Bin Bin onto N-Hykel, Barcode low on health. There should be a top floor that is successfully defended by Daystar. And in the context of the series, it's a really big result for them too, because Joe Gore was threatening. He probably could have and should have gotten that kill onto Seal. Then you get Mez control, and then it's a whole different round. But that one kill, that one moment, you know, proving again to be a big storyline developing in this series, that it isn't really just Joe Gore or bust for Elevate. Well, the first round here on Lair seems to be the case. And as soon as he went down, Dockerby is a little bit less useful. Oh, he could have hit onto Seal. Yeah, I mean, they've just overwhelmed Seal completely. And then Momo, he's the benefit. He gets the 2 kills. Pika trying to get involved for the trade. And Daystar, I don't think we're ready for that kind of 5-man stack directness, and they just get punished. They're too split around the site, and Elevate have just completely circumnavigated what Daystar wanted to do in this round. They're super direct, play both shields together. I mean, what are you meant to do against this? Shoot the feed out, that works, but a little too late in the round. Momo's picked up 3. He's already matched his kill total from the opening map. As Nighthaven Labs, he only got the 5 kills. He's already on 4, and Elevate will still... The floorboards, when they come back down blue stairs, they can be vulnerable. But I think this is going to go for the drop. And straight into the drop. Souffle was ready for it. Hit the headshot onto Barcode. He was not quite set there on the Monty. A little bit vulnerable, and down blue Shibe comes late, knowing that they've given up this position. Good trade again, though, from Souffle. He's found 3 critical kills in the round. And it seems like for Daystar, all is forgiven from the second round. They've learned their lessons, as the repeat on basement seems like it will pay dividends. In the modern age of Siege, we don't see a lot of repeats.
A lot of really, really good work, and critically valued his life as well. Didn't overpeak those instant impactful moments so far. In the meantime, Barcode and Joe Gore both taken a chunk of damage. Momo will lurk main stairs, does catch Bin Bin. There's a point of difference now in this attack, as Momo is able to push forward and get some Mez control.
That's a big kill. I mean, you don't have the gas babes now. That can really help out and Elevate later in the round if they can get masked, but that doesn't help. Nitrocell immediately to finish him off. There goes Barcode. No Blackbeard. Another Nitrocell. That one gets shot. So no more Nitros left. They had 3 available in the round, did Daystar. One of them, by the way, did tag up Barcode earlier, along with Joe Gore. Shipe loses out to Azuki over towards Mask.
Walking into this cross will be very difficult. The sense may assist.
Pushing
forward, gets caught, or not quite. He's the one to do the catching. Can he cover the plant, though?
Yeah, I mean, a good rush in, knowing that the ROU would likely force out the Zoto canister from Azuki. So utility for utility. So Joe Gore throws it out, sends Momo in. Now they've got the ability to plant. Like, this plant can go down. The Maestro Cam is the only thing left denying this. 12 seconds left. He's played that well, Souffle. Yeah, Seal then gets going. Souffle will cover up with the Maestro Cam. 3-1 lead.
It's a tricky decision to make. But it's a full investment above from Daystar. Typically, you at least have one on side. Elevate actually dropped the kit. Is this a fake?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a fake out. And I think it may have just drawn the attention of Daystar to below, even if just temporary. Azuki falling as well. A lot happening, and it's a spray and pray moment from Souffle, and the frag grenade was perfectly placed. 4 kills from Shibe in the round. Joe Gore goes down to Seal. And he can play this really. He doesn't have to go and take the direct gunfight. Oh my goodness, maybe he can. But he's on the Solar Scars. 40 seconds. Force Barcode to play the plant game into the plant. Seal slow to react. The plant will be successful, but he should know roughly where he is. So Seal will. Well, I thought he thought about the drop, hesitated, and Seal's given Barcode a huge opportunity now, especially on the Blackbeard. Wants to create more of an angle, more of a line of sight. Trying to find out roughly where he is, but he gets a bit of misinformation. He's playing this really slow. He knows he's susceptible to the drop. An impact could still do a world of damage. Shotgun from above as Seal completes the ace and the counter defuse. Daystar will go 4-1 up.
Wow, what a read there from Seal to get the job done. It looked a little slow, but I think it was actually more so calculated.
After all of those heroics in the previous round with an ace clutch, and Azuki with a wonderful reaction to hit that headshot onto Barcode. Well, brings it back.
Position as a defensive unit this time out compared to last time. Despite that, though, NHK able to just march forward, traded late, but Joe Gore finds Bin Bin. So Elevate retain advantage and
in this round. Oh, the timing though, Joe Gore, how does he survive the shotgun to the face? Ooh. Well, that's just a spray and pray moment. Souffle, turnaround shot, a bit of help from the Vulcan canister, but it's Momo who comes up big for Elevate. They desperately needed that one. A huge half from... So we head back in for the second half. The Raw Talk is out, but Elevate have the reprieve. And now the band. Azuki, 5, 6, and 5 has had a bit of a neutral sort of lair so far. Bin again. Despite being low on health, hits the headshot and a head high Cal. Maybe a little over aggressive, pushing into server. Momo says thank you very much. Ashipe will get rid of Pika. And this is shaping up to be a very fast Punk's briefing.
Yeah, Daystar trying to switch up the tempo, maybe not feeling particularly comfortable attacking into this site without the Santa and the Capital. It's unsettled them a little bit. Souffle has found space. Punks could catch a timing, but gets slammed by Jogor. That looked like a slow peek, but on
kind of site to probably basement. Seal will give himself a chance. He's been playing so far. Well, he had the 1v1 opportunity against Jogor, who hits a quick headshot.
Minute 30. I mean, that's all good for Daystar and being able to draw out this utility with a little risk. Planktonel's now compromised massively. Good push for Pika. Momo and Jogor both overwhelmed, and it's advantage Daystar.
Yeah, I can kind of understand the Momo kill after they aggressed onto Bin, but I'm surprised he got Jogor. Jogor's usually quite snappy, and the pistol just continued to connect. This could be a very big round, but Shibe, he too having a much better lair in comparison to the opening map. NIK and Barcode have been slow to get going, but they've still got Shibe up. He puts in the chamber. Swing from Souffle, but it's Barcode with the SMG. Finds his second kill of the map. And big advantage now for Elevate. From 4v3, Daystar have kind of let this one slip. They've gone a little bit too much on the hunt for the kills, less focused on the objective. It's backfired. And Pika just got trapped in. What are they doing?
Yeah. Oh,
that's just not needed. That's just not needed.
That is a very aggressive search. A freebie for dating around. Jogor dead as well. Daystar looking to respond.
Well, they're just set up now because, I mean, like that death of Barcode, completely ineffective because his teammates have just died so easily. And then he goes back to basement. It's too late in the round. It's been completely given up. It's flawless from Daystar. A lot of that, though, hinges on NIK. Completely unravels. Unfortunately for Elevate, big round for Daystar. So if they rush in, let's say Bin dies pretty quickly, then it becomes that scramble. Trying to fake out one of the Snokes. Oh, I mean, Seal has caught Jogor, so that relieves some of that horizontal pressure. That means you do have the option now of actually just running in and getting Bin straight onto the plant. Into bunks, and they're going to try and go for that default plant, but I mean, that's a spot that's usually covered. Oh, reload. The timing hasn't been really good at all for Barcode. He couldn't stop the plant at all. He was the one that needed to stop that plant. Bin's now still alive with the blitz, and it's a 5v2 retake. This seems now very winnable for Daystar. Huge battle won as well through the hatch, and it's the pistol from Bin that connects onto Shipe. Barcode is in a 1v5. It's about to be 6-4 as Daystar have cracked bunks and briefing, even without the sends. It will not be flawless, but it will be a round win, you would imagine. Indeed, it's Bin with the hero play in this round as Daystar have got impact. Add a bit of fairness, neither is Pika. So the two standouts from the first map have been far quieter here on the second. Azuki just caught. Seal gets at least the timing trade onto Barcode. Not a lot lost in terms of the striker or the Fenrir. Pika now getting to work down below. Pressure on a Shibe, completely overwhelmed. But there's the trade from Kel. But this leaves the site incredibly vulnerable. There's only one in sight. It's only Momo. He's just gone.
45 seconds. They have time and utility on their side.
Oh, at the window. That was Joe Gore, but a bit of help from Bin as Seal is down. Do they try and maybe fall back, go for the res? Bin says yes to that, but he is getting cut off by Kel. Souffle not even close. They might have to just go 2v2 from here. Momo's very low, so is now Souffle. Bin 23 seconds, gonna make the decision, pushes in, does get the kill onto Kel. Momo has to clutch or elevate out of kickoff. And he's so low on health, but there is so little time remaining. Bin at some point needs to go for the plant to cover his low health Souffle. Momo making a run. He gets off the plant. Bin's got to re-stick it. Momo inside of display. One swing, one chance, and Souffle cuts him off as Daystar will elevate from APL Asia Kickoff in a 2-0 fashion. Elevates new look roster. Their time comes to an end.
Daystar's dream run continues here with another 2-0 in the lower bracket. They had to fight really, really hard to get this result across the line.